So just 2 weeks ago, we had about 1.5 feet of snowfall where I live. I'm in Zone 6B in western North Carolina. And so this is what my garden looked like, and this is what it normally looks like during the summer. I thought it would be nice to show you a little bit of a comparison. So the snow has melted, and I walked through the garden. I've taken a few pictures to kind of give you an idea of what is still green. And so I have a lot of kale plants and colored plants that are green. I'm hoping that these will come back for me nicely once spring gets here. I should see some new growth hopefully pop out on those. And then this is the parsley plant. It's still green. You know, nothing looks too healthy after it's been under at least a foot of snow. So, but these are plants that I'm hoping I won't have to replant again in the spring. We'll just see how those go. This is an experiment for me. And now here are my strawberry plants, which have died back, and so I hope to see those popping up nice here in the spring. This was very surprising for me. This is some cilantro in a raised bed, and my cilantro in my container garden has completely died when it got snow, but this one is still alive and looking pretty good for, you know, like I said, for having been under at least a foot of snow. Now here's some red mustard, and the baby leaves are still fine. The larger leaves did die back through the snow. And this is my black walnut tree, which I'm not proud of at all, but this year it will fill in and I should get a nice harvest of black walnuts, which are pretty rare really. They're very hard to crack, but I might just give it a try this year. We'll see how it goes. I'm also going to be rearranging my garden this year because I have a very hard time growing peppers and tomatoes near this tree because it's only about 25 feet from my garden. So I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging of my beds in hopes of having a nicer tomato harvest this year, okay? And right here are my garlic chives. They're still green. Okay, and some thyme. This will be probably the last year for my thyme. Usually it will last about 4 to 5 years, so this will be its 5th year. I've also cut back all of my echinacea in the fall, and so there it is, completely bare. Some more echinacea. I have 3 echinacea plants in my garden. And then this is the Greek oregano. This will be its 2nd year this coming up season. The first year, I don't really use my Greek oregano too much. I just let it creep along the ground and kind of root down. And so that this year, I expect it to start growing upright, and I'll be able to start using it a lot. It really did very well last year as far as creeping along. It spread very nicely. And then the French tarragon has died back. This is just some green ground cover here. I also have French tarragon in a raised bed, and so I'm kind of going to compare both of those to see which one grows best, either in the raised bed or ground. This is a lemongrass. You'll notice that I did not cut this back in the fall. I just let the leaves die down over the top in hopes of insulating it. I have had lemongrass come back where I live, and I have also had it die. So I just never know with the lemongrass if it's going to pop up in the summer or not. Just don't know. Now here are some blueberry bushes, and I will need to prune those here probably next month. I will leave a link to how you can also plant blueberry bushes in case you're thinking about doing that. This will be the 2nd year for these side shoots, so I can dig those up and get new plants from the side shoots. I have to be very careful when I do that, not to disturb the parent root system, but you really should wait at least 2 years if you want to dig up the side shoots that come out of your blueberry plant so that you can have new blueberries bushes, okay? Okay, and now we'll go to my garage. This is where I like to overwinter my pepper plants and some other herbs like more lemongrass and galangal. I did lose one pepper plant because it really had a lot of peppers on it, and I just put it into the garage and I kind of forgot about it. It was around the holidays, and so I didn't water it, nor did I harvest it, and so it needed some water and it just dried out on me. And these are the peppers that I should have harvested. At any rate, the rest of them are doing great, along with, like I said, a couple of my herbs and that kind of thing. I also would like to show you what the sun exposure looks like in the garage during the middle of the day. So this will give you an idea of what it looks like in there, okay? It is a south-facing garage, so I don't think a lot of people would get continuous sun in their garage. I'm fortunate that mine does face the south because where I live, the south-facing windows provide pretty much light throughout the day. Okay, this is my Meyer Lemon tray, just doing wonderfully. It's never looked healthier. I've had this for 3 years now, and it's just covered up with blooms and just really healthy. Sometimes I have a lot of leaves and no blooms, and sometimes I have a lot of blooms and no leaves, but this time I have a lot of both, so I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some Meyer lemons here probably this year. And here is a parsley plant. I just have it in my windowsill inside my house. I'm also propagating some more lemongrass. I'll leave a link to how you can grow lemongrass as well. You might want to go ahead and start propagating some so that you can move them out this coming summer if you want to grow lemongrass too. Okay, so here is my windowsill box where I've already started my cool season vegetables. I love to use these windowsill boxes. They are really nice and easy to use, so I just get some seed starting mix, and I like to put this in the window, and the heat from the sun will warm it up. And so I've started all kind of different things. I have some rare cabbages in here, along with some broccoli and different kind of kales, just a lot of different things. And I will leave a link to how you can plan your spring garden in case that's something you're doing also, because a lot of things I do not start indoors. I like to plant many things outside, such as peas and lettuce. So it just makes my life a lot easier not to start some things indoors. Okay, so this is my container garden. So my parsley is still green, and we have ice in my saucers, so that gives you an idea how cold it is. And then I have just some other container herbs that I've put kind of next to the house to protect them. It might protect them, it might not, but I have backups for all these herbs, so it's not critical that these survive through the winter, but it saved me a trip from having to move them down to the garage. Now this is my Kaffir lime tree. Some people say Kaffir lime, and it's doing really nice. This is every year I bring it indoors, and usually around February the scale insects have taken over my tree, and this happens every year. There's something about bringing my tree indoors, and it's a constant temperature, that the scale insects love this. So if there's just a little bit of scale insect on my tree, it will just start, it'll take over. They'll just infest my tree. And so what I have to do is I have to get a paper towel and spend literally about 3 or 4 hours cleaning every leaf and branch of that tree in order to get them under control. And it's the only thing that I've ever found that really works. I put a little bit of rubbing alcohol in some water, and I just rub the tree down. It's very time consuming, but anyway. And this is the other tree that I started from seed. It's another Kaffir lime tree, and something happened with it. I'm not sure. I did end up cleaning it about a month ago because I didn't know if it was getting infected with the scale or not. The bottom leaves look healthy, and then as I move up towards the top of the tree, there is some blotching going on. It's like I'm not sure what the problem is, but because I cleaned it, I think I kind of stopped the problem. So we'll just have to see. I think all of my trees and plants seem to just pop back once they can get back outdoors again. That's where they want to be. And this is my bay leaf plant, and I have taken a cutting of that so that I can hopefully get another plant to put out next year. This is my galangal plant that I had outside in my garden. It actually went through a freeze, and so I didn't know if it had died or not. So I went ahead, I dug it up because I just couldn't get down to the garden to get it dug up and out of the garden because it really won't survive a freeze. It's not supposed to anyway. And lo and behold, I dug it up, put it in a little bin here, and put some water in there, just a little bit, and the green is coming back on it. So I guess it didn't die after all. I was glad to see that. And this is just a sage plant. And then I have the calamandan tree, which is a little miniature orange tree. And of course I have my grow station that I have not done a video on yet, but I plan to. I'm kind of been eating lettuce all winter, and then I'm kind of converting it over to a seed starting station for me. So I have a lot of herbs I've already started, like chervil and nasturtiums and onions and just all kinds of things. So I hope you guys learned something from this. I think it's always good to kind of see what people are growing in different areas of the country and different zones. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. So thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a beautiful day.